Parky Vaughan's 2 home runs in this all-star game goes just a little bit better than any of his predecessors. Lou Gehrig and Frankie Frisch were the only ones to hit more than 1 home run in the all-star games in which they participated. Frisch getting 1 in 33 and 34, Gehrig making 1 in 36 and 37. Vaughn got his in the same game. Up at the dish is Cecil Travis. Count is 1-1. Buck has had 1 hit, 3 times at bat, a 2-base hit. He cracks a high fly, foul over near the Tiger dugout toward third, and it's taken by Stan Hack for the putout. The National Leaguer's third baseman. Harry Danning, the catcher, was right over there with him. 1 out in the 8th. Joe DiMaggio coming up. Joe has gone hitless. He's walked once, flied deep to right center field, and fouled out to third base. Claude Pessot, right-hander of the Chicago Cubs, now pitching, and lays a fastball in there, letter high for a called strike. One strike on DiMaggio. The score is 5-2 in favor of the National Leaguers. Joe fouls a pitch that goes through a runway in the second deck. Coming up there looked like a souvenir ball, but went right down through one of the runways. And the ball was traveling pretty fast. Maybe it's a good thing it did. Might have hurt someone. 2 strikes and nothing. Pessot getting a new ball from umpire Pinelli. Dries his hand, blows on the meat hand now, rubs it dry. Boys are out there barking it up. That National League team feels pretty cocky right now. 3-run lead in the 8th inning. Pessot starts his windup. Here's the pitch. DiMaggio drives to left center field. It's dropping safely and skidding past Reeser against the barrier to the 400-foot mark. And DiMaggio pulls up at second. A double between center fielder Reeser and left fielder Terry Moore. 2-base hit for DiMaggio. This game doesn't count, however, in the consecutive game record.
Here's the official paid attendance. 54,674. 5-4-6-7-4.
Ted Williams up there.
5-4.
Left-handed batter. Teddy's had 1 hit in 2 official times at bat. First pitch is outside, a fastball, little low, ball 1. The official attendance just came in. I don't know whether you heard it or not, but it's 54,674. A nice crowd, but not the largest crowd that's been in this ballpark. Vaughn pitches a curved ball that fails to find the plate for ball 2. Broke a little inside to Williams. DiMaggio on second. 1 man out in the 8th. 5-2 in favor of the National Leaguers. There's the clutch. Foul into the dirt. Right at the batter's feet. Ted going for a low breaking pitch. Just got on top of it. And the count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Wind freshening up a bit and blowing from the left field corner toward the right field corner. Coming more in, just right in toward the plate from left field. Beautiful day for this ball game. Very high sky now, no clouds up there. Tough on the outfielders. Pessot pitches. Williams fouls another one back. Strike 2 and the count is 2-2. Two strikes, 2 balls. Pessot taking plenty of time out there. He knows he has a kid up there that wants to whale the tar out of this pitch. Now he's set. There's the clutch. He pitches. And Williams is called out on strikes on a knee-high pitch. 2 men out. Dominic DiMaggio coming up. Now here's brother and brother. Joe on second, Dom at the plate. Both of them right-hand batters. Joe a whole lot bigger than his brother. Both of them take about the same wide stance at the plate. Two men out. 5-2 in favor of the National Leaguers in the 8th inning. There's the clutch. Passot pitches. Dominic fouls back up in the screen. Strike one. One strike on Dominic. Passot looking at this new ball, examining it very carefully. Now he seems satisfied with it. He's a cagey pitcher out there. He takes his time. He goes through a lot of motions. Now he's ready. And Dominic drives a hit into right field. Here comes Joe coming home. Joe DiMaggio scoring from second on brother Dominic's line single to right center. The score is now 5-3 in favor of the National Leaguers. Two out. Dominic DiMaggio on first. Lou Budrow coming up. Lou batted in a run in the 6th inning, the only time he's been at bat. Passot takes his stance. There's the clutch, the pitch. A very high fast one over the batter's head. Ball one. Throw to first, trying to nip the runner off. Nothing doing as Budrow took a cut at that pitch. The count is 1-1. Danning snapped the ball down to McCormick at first, but Dominic DiMaggio got back safely. Budrow at the plate with the count 1-1. Two out in the 8th. Passot pitches, and Budrow singles through the box and over second. Little Dom is going to third as Reeser fumbles, and Budrow takes second. Reeser has looked bad on a couple of ground hits. Had Dominic DiMaggio foresight that Reeser would have fumbled that one, he'd have come all the way home. He had already stopped at second when Pete fumbled a bit. Then he headed for third, and Budrow went on to second. Jimmy Fox is at the plate. The tying runs are on second and third. Two men are out in the 8th inning, and this is Fox's first time to bat. Budrow has done very nicely with 2 hits and 2 times at bat. Drove in a run the first time. Fox swings at a high, fast inside pitch for strike one. And the crowd is a bit noisy right now. I hope I'm getting this into the microphone. All right, Frank? One strike on Fox. Claude winds. Jimmy swings. Strike two. And Fox is really trying to belt that ball out of the lot. It's 2 strikes and nothing. (5-3) in favor of the National Leaguers. Dominic DiMaggio on third. Lou Budrow on second. 2 strikes on Fox. Jimmy struck out on a high one. Passot getting him on 3 pitches. He went for all 3 of them. And that ends the 8th with 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. 2 left on base. Travis first up. Fouled out to third baseman Hack. Joe DiMaggio doubled to right center. Ted Williams called out on strikes. Dominic DiMaggio doubled to right, scoring brother Joseph. Budrow singled to center. And when Reeser fumbled a hit, DiMaggio went to third, and Budrow second on the error. Fox struck out on 3 pitches. The score now 5-3 in favor of the National Leaguers. Passot first up in the 9th, getting a fine hand from the crowd. He took care of a tough batter there when he had to. Claude bats him as he throws them right-handed. Eddie Smith out there on the hill, left-hander, the 4th National League pitcher to work. Each team has used 4 pitchers, and the first pitch is a called strike on Passot. And incidentally, Mr. Passot is quite a hitter. He has banged out several home runs for the Chicago Cubs when it meant a lot while he was in there pitching. Takes the next one outside, takes a look at it rather. Ball one, 1-1. National Leaguers have made 10 hits so far. The American League, 8. The National League is leading by the same margin of runs, 2 runs. It's 5-3. Passot hits a drive to right field. Dominic DiMaggio is waiting for it and takes it for the putout. 1 away. Stan Hack is next. 1 hit, 3 times at bat. But Cookie Lavagetto is going to bat for Hack. Cookie Lavagetto of the Brooklyn Dodgers batting for Hack. He's a right-handed batter. Right name Harry, but they all call him Cookie. He's a third baseman. First pitch, fouls behind. Coming back for it is Hayes, but the ball is in the stands, bouncing right around down there where Virginia is. She almost got hit on the head. Been bad for the ball. Smitty gets a new ball from umpire Pinelli. He's in there looking for the sign. Hayes still in the crouch. Here's the pitch. Cookie socks a fast one to Jimmy Fox. A swell stop. He's tossing to Smith, and this time Smith gets his hoof on the bag out there to retire the runner. A nice play by Jimmy Fox, the first baseman. A hard hit smash, curving foul. Jim had to go for it fast, made the stop. Smith hurried over, took the toss, and there's 2 away. Next, Terry Moore, left fielder who has gone hitless and 4 times at bat. Right-handed batter. First pitch, fastball in there, belt high for a called strike. And the next one, a high foul up first base way. Fox, shielding his eyes from the sun with his glove, is under it and takes it. And that ends the 9th for the National Leaguers. Now the American Leaguers come in, facing a 2-run deficit. It's 5-3 in favor of the National League. Smith got by the 9th inning, retiring the side in order. No run, no hit, no error. Passot flied to Dominic DiMaggio in right. Lavagetto batted for Hack. Fox made a swell play on his fast bounder and tossed to Smith for the out at first. And Moore fouled to Fox. Lavagetto will play third, replacing Hack. We've got a new shortstop in there. Eddie Miller of the Boston Bees playing shortstop for the National Leaguers. And I guess that about takes care of the changes. Frankie Hayes will be the first batter up for the American League. Archie Vaughan can well afford to rest in this 9th inning. He did all right. He only made 3 hits, 2 of them home runs. He drove in 4 of the 5 runs scored by the National Leaguers.
Miller of Boston, number 7, playing shortstop. Lavagetto of Brooklyn, number 5, playing third base for the National League.
That's the only changes. Lavagetto playing third, Eddie Miller playing short. First pitch to Hayes, a called strike, as Passot broke it on the inside corner to this right-hand batter. This is Frank's first time at the plate. And the next one is hit a high fly in short center field. There's a gang of them out there for it. And second baseman takes it for the putout. A very high fly in short center field. 3 of them out there for it, and second baseman Herman took it for the putout. And Passot, all he has to do is get 2 more to win this ball game for the National Leaguers. Here's a pinch hitter, Ken Keltner, batting for Smith. Ken Keltner of the Cleveland Indians, batting for Smith. Takes the first pitch on the outside corner, letter high for a called strike. Right-handed batter, 2 out, 5-3 in favor of the National League. The pitch, Keltner smashes to shortstop. Miller boots the ball, and Keltner is on first on the error. It was a tricky bounder. came to Eddie Miller, the shortstop, on a bad bounce, and it scored, and rightly, as a base hit. That ball took a bad hop down there, hit Miller in the chest. He made a second grab at it, and it scored as a base hit for Keltner. He was batting for Smith, the pitcher. Now we have Flash Gordon up there. Joe's been at bat once, grounded to shortstop. First pitch, swinging strike. One man out in the ninth, 5-3 in favor of the National League. And the next pitch. Gordon lines a hit into right field. Keltner pulls up at second. Slaughter fielded that ball fast. The rally is on. There's a chance here for the American League. One man out and runners on first and second, the tying runs. And a fellow by the name of Buck Travis coming up, who has already hit one double in 4 times at bat and scored 1 run. Left-handed batter. One away in the ninth. 5-3 in favor of the National League. First pitch to Travis is a fast ball, a bit outside. Letter high, ball 1. Keltner is on second, Gordon on first. Passot pitching from the shoulder. Here it comes. And there's a foul ball drifting out left field way into the bullpen, usually occupied by the Tiger warm-up pitchers. Strike 1 and ball 1. For the National League, Archie Vaughan has batted in 4 of the 5 runs. Terry Moore batted in the other with a long fly to left field. Vaughan is not in the game now. Eddie Miller playing short. Passot is ready. He pitches. A curved ball gets the outside corner for a called strike on Travis. 2 strikes, 1 ball. One man out. Second and first occupied. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's the clutch. The pitch is coming. Another one outside, ball 3, 3-2. The crowd is hanging around. I haven't seen anybody go home yet. $54,674. Ted Williams has batted in 1 of the American League runs. Lou Budrow has batted in 1. Dominic DiMaggio has batted in 1. And Travis has a chance to bat in 1 right here. Passot working on the new one, dries his hand, faces the batter. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. That loads the bases. He tried to make him go for another outside pitch. Travis wouldn't swing. 3 men on, 1 man out, and Joe DiMaggio up. Joe's had 1 hit, a double off Passot the last time up. He walked once, flied deep to center field, fouled out to third base. That's the first base on balls issued by Passot. Bucky Walters walked 2, Whit Wyatt walked 1. Derringer walked none. 3 on, full windup. Here's the pitch. DiMaggio fouls, tops 1, bounces it on the ground over toward the Tiger dugout behind third, where the American Leaguers are huddling today. Tying run is on second. Keltner on third. Joe Gordon on second. Buck Travis on first. 1 man out and 1 strike on DiMaggio. Joseph. Plenty of racket out here. Passot's arm goes up for the pitch. DiMaggio swings at a fast one, and he was swinging from the heel cleats. High fast pitch. Joseph failed to meet it. He was really going for 3 or 4 that time. Huh? Yeah, but he was going for more. All right, 2 strikes, 1. A bounder to shortstop. Eddie Miller handles the ball fast. Here comes Keltner scoring. Miller's toss to Herman at second forces Travis. DiMaggio beat Herman's rather bad throw to McCormick. It pulled him off the bag. And there's only 1 out on the play. Instead of a double play, ending the ball game. Herman's throw from second to McCormick at first to try to complete the double. Pulled the first baseman off the bag and gave Joe DiMaggio a life at first. Gordon moved over to third. The score is 5-4 in favor of the National Leaguers. A big huddle out there at the pitcher's mound with Ted Williams coming up. And we'll see what the dope is. First and third occupied. Williams has had 1 hit, a double, has walked once, flied to center field and struck out. Now the tying run, and the person of Joe Gordon is on third. First pitch to Williams, way outside, little high. It looked as though it might have possibly been a pitch out for Danning to take a peg at third base. However, Levigetto isn't paying much attention to the base runner. He's protecting that territory. That Williams might push a hit down through there, playing right on the line between third and second. While Eddie Miller, the shortstop, is deep and over near second. Second baseman Herman up toward first. Foul ball right over our heads. Strike. Count is 1-1. Two men gone in the ninth. Five, 4 in favor of the National Leaguers. One strike and 1 ball. Ted Williams, the batter. Danning out of the crouch. Passot pitches. High, inside. Ball 2, and Passot is asking umpire Babe Pinelli, toss him a new ball. There's something wrong with that one. Babe does. Claude gives this one a going over. And this, boys and girls, is a ball game and has been one all afternoon. A real all-star affair. They've done everything, made errors, good plays, hits. The pitch, Williams hits a towering fly. It looks as though it's way up in there, way up, and the top hits the top deck, the third deck, and this ball game is over with the American League coming through again. It'll count as a home run because the ball is up on the top deck of the right field stands. Everybody grabbing Ted, patting him on the back. Joe Cronin has his hat off and is giving him a Dutch rub. Artie Fletcher is also on his back, and the kid really laced that one out. Boy, oh boy, it didn't go over the roof, but it hit the third deck barrier in right field, way up there plenty high. The third home run made in this ball game. Archie Vaughan made 2 for the National Leaguers and drove in 4 of their 5 runs, and Williams came along with this one to win the ball game, knocking in Gordon and Joe DiMaggio, and of course himself. So that makes the totals for the 9th inning. 2 men out when the home run was hit and the winning run scored. 4 runs, 3 hits, no error, and none left on base. And the final score, the American Leaguers, 7 runs, 11 hits,
Time of game,
3
2 hours,
errors.
23 minutes.
American League,
23.
7 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors. National League, 5 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors. The winning pitcher, Edgar Smith of the Chicago White Sox, the last one in there, and the loser, Claude Passot of the Chicago Cubs. So Chicago was very prominent in this. Boys and girls, this game came to you through WWJ and W45D, and it was quite a ball game. And now the American League has the edge on the National, 6 games to 3. Started out today with 5 to 3, now it's 6 to 3. And it looked for quite a while as though the National League was going to sort of upset the dope bucket, because all the pre-game dope was that the American League would have the power at the plate while the National League would have the better pitching. However, up until this 9th inning, the National League not only had made more hits, but also more runs, and looked as though they were going to come in there
National League totals
with a 5 to 2
10 hits,
victory.
2 errors.
After Frankie Hayes, first man up, with a score of 5-3 in favor of the National League. Frankie Hayes, first up, popped a towering fly to second baseman Billy Herman. Ken Keltner, then, of Cleveland Indians, batted for Smith, the pitcher, and singled. Joe Gordon kept it going with a single. Keltner stopping at second. Then Travis walked, filling the bases. Joe DiMaggio slapped a fast bounder to shortstop, which ordinarily would have been turned into a double play and a victory for the National League. Miller gathered up the ball all right, tossed to Herman at second, forcing Travis, but Herman's throw was a bit wide to first base. It pulled McCormick off the bag. DiMaggio, going fast, hit it before McCormick could get back or tag him, and was safe, preventing a double play, on which Keltner scampered home from third. Then they had a big consultation out around the mound as to what to do with Ted Williams, with runners on first and third and 2 out. Shall we pitch to the kid, or shall we walk him and take a chance on Dominic DiMaggio, who would have been the next batter up with the bases loaded? They decided to pitch to Ted. And Ted took a crack at the third pitch, hit it high against the top barrier out in right field. A home run, scoring Gordon and DiMaggio ahead of him, ending the ball game with the American Leaguers winning 7-5. The pitching summaries of this game: Whitlow Wyatt will take the National League first. Whitlow Wyatt of the Brooklyn Dodgers started, worked 2 innings, allowed no runs, no hits, struck out none and walked 1. Paul Derringer followed him, worked for 2, gave up 1 run, 2 hits, struck out 1 and walked none. Bucky Walters, also of the Cincinnati Reds, pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 run, 3 hits, struck out 2 and walked 2. And Claude Pissot of the Chicago Cubs, the last pitcher in there, worked the last 3 and was touched for 5 runs, 6 hits, struck out 2 and walked 1. He's the losing pitcher. For the American League, Bob Feller of the Cleveland Indians worked the first 3, allowed no runs, gave up 1 hit, struck out 3 and walked none. Lefty Thornton Lee of the Chicago White Sox worked the next 3. He gave up 1 run, 4 hits, struck out none, walked none. Sid Hudson pitched 1 inning and got himself into trouble in that 7th inning. First man up singled. Then Archie Vaughan hit the first of his 2 home runs, scoring behind Slaughter, who had singled. Hudson got rid of the rest of them without any further scoring, but his record for the 1 inning was 2 runs, 3 hits, struck out 1 and walked 1. Edgar Smith of the Chicago White Sox pitched the 8th and 9th. Smitty struck out the first man to face him, Slaughter, and then Mr. Vaughn came through with his 2nd home run in succession. He struck out the first man, Pete Reeser. Johnny Mize doubled off Smitty, and Smitty fanned Slaughter. And with 2 out and Mize on second, Archie Vaughan repeated his performance of the 7th inning and homered off Smith to knock in Mize ahead of him. That ended the run scoring for the Nationals.